So as I was saying, I'm trying to get the subject across of getting raving fans. And as I was describing, the metaphor that I like to use in my training is what happened to me, is that if we were to play psychiatrists, and if we were lying on the couch here and psychiatrists were saying word association, and the psychiatrist said to you, real estate salesperson, what would one word that come back be? And I've asked that question of a lot of trainees, real estate salespeople or potential real estate salespeople as they've come through my courses. And I've heard words that have come through like, you know, scum and liar and cheat and scoundrel and all these. I mean, we're not terribly well thought of. So the metaphor I like to use is when that discussion comes up at a barbecue on a Saturday afternoon. Metaphorically speaking for you, I want to happen to you guys what happened to me, but even if it's only a metaphor, I want him to pull your client, who is not a past client anymore, who is a raving fan, pulls your card out of his wallet and says, call my guy, because he doesn't work that way. He doesn't play those games, you know. Because that's what happened to me, really. My card was in my past client's wallet, and he just said, when this guy was whinging about his real estate agent, never called him back, and things like that, he just pulled out my card and said, call Glenn. So that's the sort of metaphor I want you to have, and that sort of attitude will permeate every bit of training that I ever do. Is I'm always with a view to getting a raving fan than a past client that is orphaned. I tell you, I can promise you, 90% of the real estate clients out there in your marketplace have been abandoned by their real estate agent, and I hope that hasn't been you. But if it has been, that's fine. We're aware of it now. We can rectify these things. So all the steps, every piece of training I do is always with a view to getting a raving fan. Even when I'm teaching you how to close and how to get a buyer and a seller together to get themselves a deal, it's always with a view to making each one of those people a raving fan. That way, we're always after that repeat and referral business. Because that's, I tell you, I would give up any one commission for a raving fan, because that raving fan gets you 6 commissions over the next 6 years, you know. So I'm going to leave it at that now, and I'm going to leave it to you guys to go to the blog, continue this discussion as a group, en masse on the blog, and together those ideas that we assemble on that blog. Ideas like dressing in a suit instead of in a polo shirt, as we see so many real estate salespeople doing. All the ideas, let's throw them there, and I'm going to start the ball rolling with a couple of ideas, and I've already started the idea with one on my previous webcast thing here. Is that we've got to train more. You know, this entire bookshelf full of books like, you know, old stuff like The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale, and a classic version of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Check that one out. How good does that look? The original text, you know, that sort of thing. Whatever else is here. Even Rich Dad, Poor Dad, some things like that. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent is another good one. A good friend of mine, Pat Mesiti. Check out his books. So you need your study. And there's tip number 1 to getting raving fans, being able to communicate in a way that has people thinking, wow, something unique about that guy, you know. It was said to me once, all these industries we're surrounded by, this bookshelf maker makes bookshelves, those book writers sell authors, that's their product. What's our product? We don't have one. A very clever man once said to me, the most we do is we make a cup of coffee if they visit our office. And less people are even visiting our offices nowadays. It's all being done. Mediums like the web, realestate.com, all those sorts of things. So we don't make anything. All we do, our product is the words that come out of our mouth. So it would be in your best interest to invest in the words in your mouth being of a superior high quality and worth the commission that you're charging of your clients. I mean, an average commission now in southeast Queensland of a $300,000 or $400,000 house is about $10,000. So ask yourself this question, are your words worth $10,000? And if the answer is, I don't know, then they're not. So you've got to invest in making your words worth that by doing this training, by reading those books, by visiting, you know, even if it's not my website, that doesn't worry me. So long as you guys get some training and do it from somewhere. And it doesn't matter where it is. Now, I've got some things that might fit that requirement, but even if it's not me, make sure you do something, because the 1-week course you did to get your registration, to get your foot in the door of the real estate industry is not enough. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to hand it over to the blog. Visit the blog at glenntwiddle.com.au. Add an idea of your own, or simply grab all my ideas on what will start to get the ball rolling of getting raving fans thinking more like Lexus as opposed to past clients. I look forward to chatting to you next time. Thanks.